Hey. Oh my god, bro, I'm so hyped. I just rewatched this trailer and goddamn, I just came up with so many more like ideas and theories, speculation, all of that. But I'm gonna try not to nerd out too hard in this because this is the Xenoblade 3 Expansion Pass Volume 3 and kind of 4 um trailer analysis. So there's a couple things I noticed, and you know, it's obligatory that I have to do a trailer analysis. I already did it when the game was first announced, so obviously I'm going to do it when the DLC is announced. So let's actually get into this because holy shit, this is incredible.
This new hero is a
We
real
get
gem.
introduced to the new hero Masha,
Introducing
who was
Volume
leaked
3 of the Xenoblade
a
Chronicles.
while back. But first thing you can already notice 10 seconds in is Masha seems to be having a clone twin rings. So her weapon seems to be a clone of Mio's twin rings. So either she's a defender or an attacker, because I don't really see why a healer would have twin rings weapons. If she was a healer, she'd probably have like a staff or something, or her weapons could also be a clone of Miyabi's fans. So maybe she is a healer. I was always under the impression and assumed that she is a healer because she kind of looks like a healer, and I'm hoping she is a healer because we don't really have many healer classes in Xenoblade 3. I think we only have 6. So of attackers, defender, and healers, we have the least amount of healers. So more healers would be very nice, considering, you know, it's a lot harder to do challenge runs involving healer heroes in classes if there's barely any classes to choose from. But she seems to have a clone of either the twin rings or Miyabi's fans. So she's either a defender or a healer, or she just could be an attacker with clone twin rings. But she is using like dual-handed weapons like Mio and Miyabi, so she will most likely have 2 auto attacks.
Chronicles 3 Expansion Pass DLC.
Lapidurist extraordinaire.
In what now?
Say hello to Masha, the newest hero.
Such
and
a
to
beautiful
refine
name, by the way,
Lapidarist.
Masha. Okay, and here, this screenshot, this frame is very nice. So the little craft menu has this nice lapidus like outline or flare to it to signify crafting for Masha. So I'm assuming crafting is going to be added to the breakpoints. So in the breakpoints you have the discuss, level up, gems, save, and clean clothes, and cooking. And I'm sure they're just going to add crafting into one of them, or maybe it's going to be in the menu itself. And just like in Xenoblade 1, you can have like a little crafting, like gem crafting furnace. Is that what it's called? Crafting furnace? So you can craft anywhere. Maybe we'll get the same thing like that in Xenoblade 3 once we reach a certain amount of things crafted or whatever else. But there's 3 sections. We have crafting, where we can craft the random accessories, and then this one in the middle looks like we can upgrade those accessories, so from common to rare to legendary, if that's an option because of the sparkles here. And then the recycle, maybe we can use old accessories that we don't use anymore and use those to create new accessories. And in terms of crafting, they're random when you create the 3. One for defenders, the bangle, I'm assuming the ring is for healers, and color is for attackers, more likely to have abilities tailored towards insert role here. So each time we, oh no, the ring is attacker and the collar is healer, because you can see the icon right there, obviously. So when we do craft an accessory, depending on which role we're choosing, Bango, Ring, or Collar, it's going to have a random effect outfitted to that accessory. Now, I don't know if the effect ranges from common to legendary, probably, or maybe if all of them will be common and then we can upgrade them in the middle here. And maybe for this recycle one, we can use old accessories to craft accessories with certain effects. So if there's an accessory with an effect we want, we can scroll through a menu, find that, and then use different maybe materials or other accessories to make those ones, kind of like aux cores in Xenoblade 2. Maybe it'll be something like that. But crafting is going to be hella expensive, 10k. Now I know 10k isn't all that much. It's not really a lot if you've been playing Xenoblade 3 for a while. Since launch, you'll have millions and millions of gold. But for newer players, this is going to be pretty expensive. And if you're like crafting all the time, that shit adds up, all right? 100k just for crafting 10 accessories. But there's going to be a lot. And it looks like the crafting the accessories aren't really going to take a lot, just 10k gold and material called Enigmatter. Now, I don't know if this is actually already in the game. I don't remember. But if not, this is going to be a new material that we can get. And it looks like we do need the legendary Enigmatter in order to make these accessories. So maybe all of the accessories are already legendary status because we need the legendary cores or the legendary Enigmatter. But I don't know. But we can, looks like, only hold up to 300 accessories in this game. Whereas compared to Xenoblade 3 or Xenoblade 2, we can carry 900. So that's kind of nice.
She can use special ore to craft accessories.
And okay, so when you actually craft an accessory, she chose the bangle for the defenders. Pro Bangle Chalk 1 boost agility by 27% with the, I think these might be buffs or like certain multipliers. But it, you know, obviously we will craft a bangle or an accessory anywhere from common to legendary, because this one is common. There's no yellow or purple below it. I do not know what this Chalk 1 means. Maybe like Pro Bangle Chalk 1 boosts agility by 27%, and then Pro Bangle different name 1 is like boost agility when moving. So it's like the same type of stat but different ways of getting that stat, if that makes sense. Because you know there are already accessories that boost evasion while moving and then just boost evasion by a certain percentage. So maybe that's what this Chalk 1 means. So the Pro Bangle Chalk 1 boosts agility by 27%, and maybe Pro Bangle Crayon 1 boosts evasion by 30% when moving, or boost evasion while moving, something like that.
That can bestow various effects. Challenge battle.
And then this is by far the biggest addition to the challenge mode, or just DLC Wave 3 in general. So when we go to the rest spot where the challenge mode is at in Raybell Tableland or Ribby Flats in Cornice region, when we go to interact with it and, you know, go into the challenge mode, we get a choice of either, when it looks, no, from the background, we're already in challenge mode. So I was going to say, when we go to interact to go into challenge mode, we can either choose time attack to go into, you know, the base land of challenge that we already have, or Arcsage Gauntlet. But in the background, we're already in there. So maybe when you talk to the Napon Arcsage, you can choose either the regular time attack that we already have, or Arcsage Gauntlet.
With roguelike elements are also being added. So
And when we go into Arcsage Gauntlet, we get to choose one character with their base classes to run through all 30 waves. There are 30 waves in each challenge. I think it's just one big challenge, and each wave is randomized every time you play it. But there are 30 waves. And actually, no, okay, so it is like the time attack where we can choose different challenge battles. If you can see in the background behind like the characters, you can kind of see the layout of the land of challenge, like the time attacks where we get to choose each different one. You can kind of see that layout, and by pressing plus right here you can change mode. So I'm assuming you can change from Arcsage Gauntlet over to time attack and vice versa if you wanted to. But each challenge battle is basically a roguelike, so we get to choose one character to go through each battle. I don't know if each challenge battle is 30 waves or it depends on which challenge battle, but going by the trailer and assuming what the narrator says, I'm assuming that it is 30 waves for each challenge battle, which is going to be insane. If there's multiple challenge battles each with 30 waves, I don't know how long that's going to take to beat. That is content on top of content. Also, this drops next Friday. Next Friday, I'm going to be playing the shit out of Arcsage Gauntlet. So much content just for that. But yeah, Arcsage Gauntlet is just like the time attack, but it's Arcsage Gauntlet.
Select only one character and battle wave after wave of...
Okay, and here the ether cubes from Xenoblade 2's challenge mode are back, and we actually get to see a numerical value to them and how much we get and our total up here in the top right. And there's a lot going on in this challenge mode. First, no KO bonus, 104%. So I'm guessing if you don't die, you get every wave that you don't die, you get a bonus percentage added to your total score. And you have a total amount of ether cubes that you get between each stage. And I'm going to get to what those ether cubes are for in a second. But what I am confused about is up here in the top right, there seems to be a like Napon coin symbol with a bar and then like 3 shuffle tickets. So at first I thought that the bar was basically a timer, and that's how much time you had to beat all 30 waves. This is a timer. And now that I think about it, I think that might actually be the case, because later on in the trailer, when we get to wave 30, it shows the timer, or this bar is a lot lower. So maybe that is a timer. And these shuffle tickets up here, at first I had no idea what the hell those were, but now I think I know what they're for, and I will explain that in a second when we get there.
Elements are also being added. Select only one character and battle wave after wave of enemies. For every win.
And here, so between each wave, we get a little shop. And the first and second waves, or the first and second heroes, so each wave we get to choose a hero up to 6. And the first 2 are free. So after wave 1, we get a hero and they're free. After wave 2, we get another hero and they're free. And you can tell this by over here on the right, recruit a hero number 1 through 6. So each time you go to the shop to buy a hero, they cost a certain amount of ether cubes. The first 2 are free, but the last 4 incrementally are more expensive. 2,500 for the third, 5,000 for the fourth, 7,500 for the fifth, and 100k for the last hero. And yeah, so it's basically 3 heroes at random, and I think that's where the shuffle tickets come into play. You have 3 shuffle tickets per gauntlet, and you can use those to basically re-randomize the heroes or skills, which we will get to in a minute. And you can use these shuffle tickets to re-randomize the 3 heroes or skills, to get one that you would prefer. And we also have something called emblems. I just looked down here. It says Press X for emblems held. I'm not sure what that means. All right. Fire Emblem Engage collab.
Only one character and battle
what else
wave
would that
after wave
mean?
of enemies.
I'm trying to see
For
what
every
else it says
win,
down
you'll learn
there.
more heroes.
Pricing was also another option. So
Battle
emblems
wave
held,
after wave of enemies.
pricing,
For every win,
and shuffle. Okay, yeah. So the Y button is to shuffle. Okay, so I was basically right. So these are shuffle tickets that you can use to shuffle the 3 heroes or skills, and you only get 3 per gauntlet. And pricing, I'm not quite sure what that would do because it says down here at the bottom their price already. And then emblems held, maybe to show you how many skills you have, which we'll show in the next scene. I'll explain those. But yeah, I'm not really quite sure what pricing is for. But I'm kind of happy about the whole shuffle thing because I felt so smart coming up with this. Like, oh, these are shuffle tickets. We could use them to shuffle the heroes and skills. And now that's basically confirmed. I feel kind of good. All right, I feel kind of smart. Let your boy have this one. And another thing for the heroes, you know, it tells you the hero, a short description, and then their usable combos and debuffs. So you can kind of build a team while going through the gauntlet. Her usable combos is Smash. She has a Smash art, but she doesn't have any debuff arts for Gondor. So that's very helpful information if you're trying to build a certain team or build to run through the gauntlet.
you'll learn more heroes and special abilities.
And here, special abilities, which I think these are the emblems because they're like medals. Emblems are basically the same thing. Now these are brand new and these are very cool. I do like these a lot. So this one in the middle here is Kavesi Prosperity. When team includes 4 or more Kavesi, boost score gained in battle. Effect increases per Kavesi, and the bonus per party member is 2%. It's very hard to see, but it says 2% right here. So with each Kavesi party member, you have, whether that be the main, like the character or the hero, you get a boost, a 2% boost to your score. Now, I don't know if the score, that's probably the score at the end of the gauntlet. Like once all like the final results are tallied up, it shows you the score, and you can use this Kavesi Prosperity, which I'm assuming there's also an Agnes Prosperity, to basically boost your score, and then your rewards are based on the score, just like the Napon Stones. I'm not sure if Napon Stones are still rewards. I don't see why they wouldn't be, but perhaps it's the Napon Stones and then the throwback outfits that the party members get, which I will go over. Now, speculating on what I think these other 2 emblems are, the one on the left, I feel like this could be like a double-edged sword type of thing where you get an increased buff effect with but a lower timer. So every time you cast a buff, it's a lot stronger, but also a lot shorter to kind of balance itself out. Because the timer is on fire, maybe to signify it going faster and speeding up, with the up and down, which what made me think up for buff power and down for the timer. And then there's this weird other like buff icon here. Maybe that's for debuffs. So maybe debuffs are also stronger but shorter. So this is probably just like a trade-off of trading time for potency. And then this one on the right could be very broken. I think this one, it like pauses the break timer for a certain amount of time. So when you inflict break, this will activate and it'll pause the timer for like 3-5 seconds, something like that. So it'll pause the break timer because it's the break icon right here with a little clock. And the clock typically signifies pausing the buff timer, at least it does in the base game. So maybe we could pause break with maybe a button input, or it's just timed, but that would be very, very, very scary.
Rack up victories with your heroes and set your sights on the final.
And Here, okay, yeah, the boss stage is, as you can see, wave 30. All the shuffle tickets are gone, and the timer is about half. So I'm guessing this is a timer. But something else I noticed during my reaction yesterday is that the interlink button is swapped out for an extra talent art. So we get the 6 main arts and 2 talent arts. Launch, charge, launch all. So I'm guessing once this is filled up, I don't know how this would be filled. Maybe also by role actions, but for the master arts, the master art role actions would fill up this talent gauge. And then once this talent gauge is full, it's like a big, like all out attack, is like a final smash. So where it's like, at least for Senna here, launch charge, once you fully have that, you know, ready to go, you can use it and it'll force launch every enemy that gets hit by it. That would be very broken and scary because it's not locked behind an interlink level like they are in the base game or like the Ouroboros arts. It would say like level 3 : launch all, but this is just launch all. I don't know if it has to be in the combo, but like the Ouroboros arts, the like launch all, days all, topple all, you have to be in the driver combo first for that to work while you're at level 3. So I'm guessing this is the same thing. It's not just going to be a raw force launch. That would be very broken and scary. So I'm assuming you do have to be in one of the driver combos, and then you use this and force launch all enemies that are toppled. That would be very cool to see. All right, that would be very nice to see.
Final stage. You might also get special in-game outfits.
And here is probably the part I got hype about the most for wave 3 of the DLC, at least the throwback outfits. And maybe the throwback outfits are getting recolors, or we're getting different throwback outfits. Because no, they're just getting colors. Because Senna throwback A, there's obviously a B if they put A there, because with the history we've had right now, each time we get new outfits, which has been twice in the DLC, we've always got recolors of them. So we're getting recolors of the throwback outfits, and these throwback outfits are insane. Right here, Tyon, this is the first thing I noticed. Tyon has Jin's like true form outfit. This, oh god, I popped off. It would be so much cooler if he had like the little back wings that Jin had. This would be perfect. And this is a nice like little Easter egg, I guess, because Jin and Tyon actually have the exact same running animation. I made a video about that a while ago. You can go like see the comparison. But Jin and Tyon have the same running animation. So I like that they gave Tyon Jin's outfit.
You might also get special
everyone
in-game
else
outfits
is
as a
pretty
reward.
cool as well. Noah obviously has Shulk's outfit. Lance has Ryan's outfit. Uni has, I always keep forgetting her name. Uni has Melly's outfit. Senna has Bridget's outfit, which I love because I love Bridget. Y'all know I love Bridget. And Senna is easily like my second favorite party member in Xenoblade 3. And this basically confirms that Senna is Bridget's daughter, which I've always thought all along. So I'm so happy that Senna actually got Bridget's outfit, and they're kind of making a connection between the two. And then the best one is probably Mio over here. Mio has Nia's blade form. Outfit, which is so nice. All right, Mio gets Nia's full outfit. All right, not just the life sage sleeves, but like finally a full Nia outfit. You know, just to as a callback to her mother, because Mio and Nia's outfit is incredible.
And coming in volume 4.
No, oh god, this is the part that fucked everybody up. All right, this is what fucked everybody up. The implications are
or
insane.
later this year.
Tell me why! Is this really what you want? Nothing's gonna get through to him. He's a heartless machine.
Oh, there's so much that goes on just in the oh my god, there's so much that goes on just
And
in
coming
that
in
like
Volume
little
4
10
later
second
this year.
clip. So first of all, our boy Alvis is back, all right, which I predicted. I called this shit way back in when the game was first announced, like a week or two after the game was announced. I made a video saying that Alvis would return in Xenoblade 3 and he would be an antagonist. And now here we are. I have so many theories about why Alvis is here and what's going on. I'm going to explain those in another video, but a couple I have is like, why is Alvis here? Like, why is he fighting against the party? And based off of what Rex says, him being a heartless machine, I think Alvis is not in control of himself and he's being controlled by somebody else, which would be terrifying considering Alvis is like, Alvis is Alvis. He's an Aegis core. He is the creator basically of Xenoblade 1's world and everything in it. Alvis is heavily connected to the Zohar, but now that the Zohar is gone, his power is limited, which caused him to be possessed or something. Maybe he came in contact with the Zohar and it was just so overwhelming, like the power was too much for him and he just lost all sense of self and became like a mindless drone. Or maybe Alvis is Mobius A, because we have every letter of the alphabet except A. What else would A mean other than Alvis? So Alvis is confirmed Mobius A? There's so many different things going on, so many things we can speculate on and just theorize. I'm gonna save those for another video. I just gave y'all a little couple here, but oh, I'm so happy Alvis is back. I've been saying this since the game was announced damn near a year ago. I've been wanting Alvis in Xenoblade 3, and I would always say this, like building up to the release, Alvis is gonna be in the game, Alvis is gonna be in the game, Alvis is gonna be here. And now Alvis is finally here, and I am so happy. I couldn't be more happier. My boy Alvis is back, right? He's got his little Monado here, all right, and he's got the Zanza wings. So maybe he fused with Zanza, even though Zanza's dead. He could have brought Zanza back because Alvis, like he said, he was here at the beginning and he will proclaim the end. So maybe this is Alvis's end proclamation, all right? He's proclaiming the end right now. Oh my god. But I think that Alvis, well, it's obvious, pretty obvious, Alvis is going to be the main antagonist of the DLC. He's going to be the final boss. And I think what would be really cool is once we beat the DLC, we unlock Alvis as a hero in the base game to fill out the final slot. That would be the ultimate way to end Xenoblade 3 and maybe even the Klaus saga. This is like the Klaus saga. But just Alvis as the final hero in Xenoblade Chronicles 3 would be like the absolute dopest and most badass shit ever. Alvis is the most badass villain, Xenoblade villain, and you can't tell me otherwise. Alvis being an antagonist here is so cool. Alvis would be the most badass, most coolest villain in the whole series. He's such a cool ass character, and I can't wait to see what they do with him in this DLC.
Tell me why! Is this really what you want?
And based on what Shulk and Rex say, Shulk says, "Is this really what you want?" And then Rex, did I say Rex? Shulk says, "Is this really what you want?" And then Rex says, "Nothing will get through to him. He's a heartless machine." So based on those two lines, it kind of soft confirms that this isn't really Alvis and he's not in control of himself, because Alvis was nothing like this at all in Xenoblade 1. He was actually he was just very neutral. He wasn't really helping out anybody. He wasn't really helping out Zanza or Shulk. He was just kind of letting everything run its course. And he just ultimately was the decider in everything and created the new world for Shulk at the end of Xenoblade 1, which is very confusing as to why Bionis Leg is back. In the next scene, we see Bionis Leg is there. Why would Bionis Leg be there if Bionis Mechanis were gone? They were gone in the new world that Elvis created for Shulk. Now you could say, oh, he brought Bionis back, but why would he do that? Unless he's resurrecting Zanza as well, because Zanza basically is Bionis. Or you could say this happened before the end, before the new world was created, which wouldn't make sense because we saw what happened in Xenoblade 1, and Rex obviously wasn't there, and none of this was happening. So why is Bionis Leg here? Or maybe it's like a time jump thing, to where in the DLC we can jump between different time points, or at least between different worlds, and then we can jump between the Xenoblade 1 and 2 world, and then at the end we come together in the DLC, at the end of the DLC, to fight Alvis. Maybe the reason why Xenoblade 1 and 2 worlds were able to contact with each other when building Origin was because Alvis, maybe that medium of light was Alvis. Maybe that was his power. He allowed the two universes to talk with each other and build Origin. Holy shit. See, bro, these theories are insane. Alvis is, oh my god. Alvis is the most important character in the series, I feel like. Because Xenoblade 1 wouldn't really have happened without Elvis. And obviously, he has something to do with Xenoblade 3. He's way too important of a character not to be in Xenoblade 3. That's something else I said in my video. Elvis is in every, is in Xenoblade 1 and 2, so there's no reason he wouldn't be in 3. He's way too important of a character not to be in 3. And now here he is. Oh my god, bro. The implications, the speculation, everything is just insane.
Nothing's gonna get through to him.
Also, Shulk and Rex have massive redesigns. Here is the Monado Rex. Looks like a different Monado Rex because Melly... No. Alright, this takes place before Xenoblade 3. So this is probably the Monado Rex that Melly has in her room at the end of the base game. His design is also a lot different. You can kind of see that this looks like the design of... Well, I don't remember what house it was, but one of the founders, the mentor, was probably Rex or Shulk. And this outfit looks very similar. He still has his right arm though, so I don't know if he loses that by the end of the DLC and he becomes the mentor and like the statue of the founder.
Really what you want?
And then the homie Rex, bro, look at him. This man is a whole Adonis out here, and he's wielding both Aegis swords, so maybe Pyra and Mithra are in the DLC. I really hope Mithra's in there. Maybe Pyra died, both Pyra and Mithra died, and Rex is using their Aegis swords. I really hope that's not the case, because I don't want to see Mithra die, but my guy is a whole
Nothing's gonna get through to him. He's a heartless machine.
And this is what I was talking about. Here we see Bionis Leg. I'm not quite sure why Bionis Leg would be here, considering Bionis was gone in the new world. And this obviously takes place after Xenoblade 1 and 2, because Shulk and Rex have very, very noticeably aged. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's some Elvis time shenanigans or something.
Wasn't enough for you.
And then this guy right here. This has to be the founder of House Van Dam, or at least one of the predecessors of the founder of House Van Dam. This, because we know the founder of House Van Dam and House Doyle are brother and sister, and this looks a lot like Noah. So this could be N's kid's son. In Xenoblade 3, we saw N and M had a kid, and then they both died, leaving the kid on his own. So maybe the kid had two other kids, and that's this guy and his sister who founded House Doyle. Now, he looks a lot like Faye, all right? There's already jokes going around that this is Faye Fong Van Dam, all right? This could be the founder of House Van Dam, or he's obviously related to the founder of House Van Dam. I'm more leaning on this being the founder, and that the DLC is about the founders. But it looks like the founders, at least, or like the very first Ouroboros, were able to interlink on their own. And the reason why we need a pair now in base game is because Ouroboros are stronger when they interlink with someone else, opposed to interlinking alone. And he looks like he's about to interlink with all of this like flare everything around. And it kind of looks like Mio's Ouroboros form. You can kind of see the bulbous head right here with the ears, and then this red is kind of like the eyes and her hair right here. So it looks like Faye is out here interlinking by himself, which would be very cool to see. So maybe with each 6 of the party members in the DLC, they each get their own Ouroboros form. So we get 6 new Ouroboros forms. That may be a lot, but I wouldn't be surprised if Monolith actually pulled that off. But yeah, this is like Noah Fong Wong, Noah or Faye Fong Van Dam, something like that.
Volume 3 of the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 expansion pass for the
better,
Xenoblade Chronicles 3 game
Volume
launching.
3 is dropping next Friday. All right. They said at the latest it would be coming out April 30th, but it's dropping literally next Friday. We have 8 days, and I'm going to be counting each of those 8 days. All right. There's so much to do and look forward to for Wave 3, and I'm definitely going to be making tons and tons of content for that. So, but yeah, that's really about it for this trailer analysis. I don't know how long it is. It's probably way too long. It's a little 1 minute video that I probably turned into like a 30-minute video. But yeah, I hope y'all are looking forward to the DLC like I am. This kind of like reinvigorated my hype for it. So I'll have a lot of content coming. But yeah, that's really about it. So as always, thanks for watching. Have a damn good day. Stay safe, be well, and play some goddamn Xenoblade.